What are some things that
Yes.
we can actually do about it?
I know. And to your point, I think it's amazing that at least like in America in the schools I went to, you don't get taught this. There's no
Mm,
class in time management. They're
yes, that's
like,
true.
you're gonna grow up and like get a job and you're gonna have to figure that out, how that
Hmm.
works.
Hmm.
So I usually start with like extreme basics.
Hmm.
So like we can talk about more complex, but I think the most
Yeah.
basic one is like once a day, just make a list. Now, I don't
Hmm.
like assuming people know what I mean by things when I just say make a list. So let me
Hmm.
tell you exactly what I mean. This list is going to be divided into three categories, and it's going to be like extremely urgent things that have to happen today, and then like medium, and then like not priority. You can call it
Hmm.
small, medium, large if you want. You can call
Hmm.
it, urgent, less urgent, just three categories. It doesn't matter.
Hmm.
And by prioritizing the things on this list, what you're really doing is you're planning out your day. So you know the
Hmm.
urgent things have to happen. Maybe the medium category does not need to happen today. And then the
Hmm.
not urgent category doesn't need to happen today at all. Um, because what I find for most people is that if they're given a list of like 10 chores that they have to do, for example, they'll do all of the easy ones first. Because if you have 10 things on a list and you can do five of them, then after you do half of it, you only have five left to do. It's like so much easier. Like just
Right.
get the numbers down, right? But
Hmm.
what ends up happening is like, then you have no more time. It's like, man, I
Right.
spent all day
Right.
today doing the five easiest things on the list. So don't do that. Make a
Yeah.
priority list.
Right, right. And it's seems easier said than done, right? But it's like, but it's I don't think it is. I feel like one of the things I love to tell my team, and I'm glad you said this because it's good to hear it from another person. I spend the first 10-15 minutes of my day at work because I have a lot of tasks that I have to do at work and I have a lot of people to manage. I invest the time to do things like that, to make that list, to make a list
Yeah.
like that, because having some sort of structure going into my day, like whether I end up checking all those boxes or not, still having some sort of structure or idea of what I want to do really helps. It really, really helps a lot. And with consistency, and like in regards to like doing that every day, it becomes a little bit easier. I found it took time, but it became easier.
I mean, it's like so underrated. Like, don't just
Hmm.
go into work and start checking emails. Like, stop.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and like, because that's the easy thing to do, right? To just come in and just be like, all right, here we go. Let's see what my okay. All right, let's just start working on things.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
like
yeah.
like find a way to like like you don't have to let other things structure your day. You can decide what a successful day is for you. When I'm having my team meetings in the morning, I don't ask them, "Hey, what's on your docket today?" I ask them, "What would make your day be successful today? What would make you walk out of these doors saying, okay,
Yeah.
this is like what's the bare minimum that you could do to be like this was a successful productive day today?" And like we start there and then grow. I kind of try to start there.
Oh my God. And we're not talking about the elephant in the room, which, like, I know you and I have discussed this before, but we should
Uh-huh.
just like let our listeners know this is where it's going. You have to do the hard thing first.
Mm-hmm. Which is,
Whatever the hardest thing is on your list,
yeah,
like
eat
it's
the
going to
frog,
come
baby.
down. Eat the frog, eat the
Eat the
frog,
frog.
eat the frog,
Eat the
eat
frog.
the frog.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I
should
and I
we should
love
we
that.
re-explain eat the frog, or should we just like let people think we're actually telling
I
them to
know
eat
they're like,
frogs?
but like legit. I mean, in a way, it's like if you eat the frog, if you even if you think of it literally, if you eat the frog, everything you taste after that is gonna taste a little bit better. It's gonna taste a little bit better, So you can think of it literally because like that's where the phrase comes from. Like as Angela is suggesting, do that hard task first. The thing that you've been avoiding or putting off, or something like, you know what? Nah, I'll get to that later because that's going to take up a lot of my
Yeah.
time and energy. No, get it out the way right now. Start it now because every task that you do after that, everything that you do after that, oh man, it's going to feel so much better. You're going to feel a lot more accomplished. You really are. We're on the same page.
Literally.
Hmm.
No, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And you know, you talk with people because I'm super into like thoughts, right? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
tell me the actual thought that's
Yeah.
stopping you from, you know, metaphorically eating the frog.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually some kind of like really like deep-seated
Mm-hmm.
cognitive schema thing where they're like, I can't do it, or I'm afraid of it, or like
Yeah.
it's gonna make me feel stupid about myself. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, say the quiet part out loud. Okay, hear how
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous you sound. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do it's I guess it's easy to say I'm gonna tackle that hard thing first, but how do we go about doing, is it a discipline thing? Is it just one of those things like you just gotta hunker down and just swallow your pride and just go for it? Like is it one of those things where you just gotta be disciplined, like self-disciplined to kind of start tackling that task? Is that what it takes?
Maybe I know for
Mm-hmm.
like neurodivergent people, there are some sneaky tricks you can do. Like one
Mm-hmm.
sneaky trick is give yourself a prize. So like if I do this, I will get some kind of treat that I wouldn't get
Mm-hmm.
otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Or another sneaky trick for neurodivergent people is like do it in a place that's not your house. Like go to a coffee shop so you have to work
Mm.
on your computer, like you're forced,
Yeah.
or like a library or something.
Yeah.
Leave your
Yeah.
home to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm lucky enough that like I work from home 1 day a week, and I'm in the office the rest. But I actually enjoy uh, working among my team because it does, in a way, it's kind of like a weird body doubling type of thing that I know that I like to do sometimes when it comes to just being productive. Like as an introvert, sometimes it's easy. It's a little bit easy for us to. Uh, I guess I don't want to say procrastinate, but like it's easier for us to justify not doing things sometimes because we're like, I'm just gonna take my solace, and not that's a bad thing, but like having somebody else there or being around people where it's like you oddly get this energy and this motivation to really knock your day out and hold yourself accountable there.
Oh yeah, that's another trick too. You could
Mm-hmm.
have an accountability buddy and tell
Mm-hmm.
them you need to do the thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although,
Is
of
that what
course,
you
I'm
do?
no, I'm actually less of a fan of that one because it tends to
Yeah.
reinforce thoughts that you can't do it by
Mm.
yourself or you're not good enough.
True. That's a good point. That's a good point. So what do you do? Like when you wake up in the morning and you're like, I'm gonna start my day and today is gonna be a productive day. How do you structure your day?
I'm definitely the kind of person that will just like, I have a lot of big feelings. So, like, when I eat the frog, I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Angela, you're going to get a minute or 2 minutes to
Mm-hmm.
completely complain about this. Like you're just gonna be, you know, I hate this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to
Yeah.
do the chore. Oh my God. Like the other day, what was it? Oh, I had to clean the bathroom and I was like, I hate cleaning the
Yeah.
bath. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, it's so bad. And then, you know, I get it out and I'm like, all right, okay, I'll do it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How
Right.
about you? What's your secret?
I when I wake up in the morning, I like you, I do allow myself because I feel like the art those feelings are valid, right? I don't want people to sit here and be like,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to think that my day is shitty today. Like, no, like those your feelings are valid. It's okay to feel that way. But what I like, it's fine. You're a human being. Like, you don't have to like force yourself, right? Like, it's okay. You're a human. It's a feeling that you can feel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but my thing is like, okay. I'm going to allow myself to feel that way, but now what can I do about it? What can I
Yes.
do to mend that or to set myself up for success? So I'll complain, like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll be like, oh my God, here we go, blah, 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 right? Um, but then I know because I've been doing it for such a long time, and it becomes easier with time for me at least that like I know that I'll complain, but the minute that I start actually working on whatever the task is or going to do whatever it is that I need to do, like once I get going, I'm going, like I'm good, like I'll be fine. It's like going to the gym, right? The tough part for a lot of people, it's not the actual gym part. It's the process of getting to the gym. It's the process of, if you do it in the morning, it's the process of waking up early and getting yourself to the gym. Or if you're going after work, the process of like going after
Yeah.
work and like you like that part is what holds me back. But when I get to the gym, I'm fine. I'm fine. Like I'm there. I'm like, okay, here we go. And so I try to view my projects that way too. Like I'm gonna complain. I'm like, oh man, I have to do this big project. But then once I start, all right, let's do it. Let's go.